Hi everyone! Today we're going to be covering all things LinkedIn. Message me in the chat below with any questions that you might have on anything to do with LinkedIn. If you want to know how to become a top voice or what you should be posting or exactly what should you be using LinkedIn for and how that can win you clients, message in the chat below. I would love to see your comments and I'll get those questions answered. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Holly. I love LinkedIn. It's how I've won all the clients in my business to date, and I'm going to tell you how you can use it to the best of your ability. So first up, we've got a question. What should I post on LinkedIn? Here we go. For me, there's 3 types of content that you should be posting week in, week out. First of all, valuable content. People are coming to LinkedIn more and more. It's got over 1 billion members now. People want to see content that is going to give them knowledge, skills, and add value. So create something that's going to add value. Let's just say, for example, you were an estate agent or a realtor. In your content that you produce, you might provide advice on how to choose the right estate agent for your sale. You might provide 10 tips on the perfect photography setup for photos and what not to do and what to do when selling your home. Loads of stuff like that. Do you see what I mean? It's giving people advice, knowledge, guidance. The second piece is people buy from people, right? We all know that. It's about creating that personal connection. So share stuff that's about you. For me, I love running. It really, really helps my mental health and it really means a lot to me. So I often share about running and the way that impacts me. So adding stuff to LinkedIn post-wise about you and who you are can be a great way of building out your personal brand and getting some engagement. The third type of content I would suggest you put in is all about credibility. Share case studies, share testimonials. These things are really gonna help you understand and help your team and your viewers and the people in your network understand how you can help them, because through your testimonials, they're going to see the great work that you do. So on a weekly basis, be valuable, be credible, and be personal. And that is what your people on LinkedIn are going to want to see. Hope that helps that question. Another question we've got, what should I include in my LinkedIn profile summary? That's another really good question. Thank you for asking that. So on LinkedIn, you, under your picture and your title, you have a little section there and it's a summary page. Now, this is, for me, showcasing who you are, what you do in a very succinct way. People aren't going to spend hours and hours reading through every part of your profile, but this is probably going to be the bit they see the most of, because they may not scroll all the way down to the bottom to see your experience. So I would recommend in your summary putting something like a bit about who you are and what you do now. So if you are selling a product, briefly say how your product can help people. So here's an example. Let's say you were selling a phone system. I help customers connect with their clients in 5 different ways quickly. Let's just say something like that. So again, it's telling your customers how you can help them. That is what LinkedIn is all about. Keep it short, keep it succinct. I don't recommend using ChatGPT or AI to necessarily write your profile summary because it needs to sound like you. This is a reflection of who you are, so make sure that you showcase that throughout your profile and especially in the summary. Great question, I hope that helps. Question number 3, I think. My favourite one, LinkedIn profile pictures. So I've seen a number of profile pictures in my time that are okay and some that aren't so good. So I saw one the other day and I'm genuinely not joking. And if you're watching this, then you're the person that I'm mentioning. Please change this. I saw someone on LinkedIn and their profile was them smoking a pipe. Like an old pipe that you used to have in the 1950s, like Sherlock Holmes style. No, please do not showcase you smoking a pipe in your LinkedIn profile. Let me know if in the chat if you've said anything like that before. LinkedIn is a professional platform. Your headshot should be a square, I think on LinkedIn they're actually a circle, picture of you on a plain background, not by the beach, not in a nightclub, not walking your dog. Apart from, if you're a lifeguard, by the beach is fine. And if you're a vet, or a dog walker. Walking your dog is fine. But if not, you need to remain professional. Your LinkedIn profile could be the first thing that a new employer sees of you. And this could be their first impression. And as we know, a picture is 1,000 words. On Canva, you can use a really simple tool, the background remover. So if you do have a picture like I do now, let's say, I don't want the Lego next to me. So I would go onto Canva, take that picture, and then you can remove the background, change the colour of the background, and then upload that to LinkedIn. A top tip from me, wear something bright. In my LinkedIn profile picture, I think I'm wearing this same jumper actually, and it's bright yellow. So when people see my profile, it's really colourful. It stands out. LinkedIn is about standing out. It's about showing who you are. So get your colourful personality shining through in some way or the other, but keep it professional, because it is going to be the first thing that your employer sees. Hope that helps again. Another question I've had through, how do you get verified on LinkedIn? Great question. So on LinkedIn, they've actually really recently showed this and made this an option, is you can verify your identity by showing and uploading your passport. Now, I will just navigate and just bear in mind that this isn't available in all countries. So if it's not, I really apologise. Go and look into the terms and conditions on the verification section and it will tell you more. So you go to your settings and edit. Then there's a section there about verification. Follow the on-screen instructions and it takes you to your mobile. You update your passport. You kind of turn your face 3 times to showcase that it's you, and then you get verified. Then you get a lovely little button that we all love on our profiles, don't we? That says you are verified. It's not an essential thing to do, but for me, it's showcasing that I'm a legitimate person. I've put time and effort into my profile, and I am an actual human who's doing something and is adding value. I do a lot of B2B business with recruitment agencies, so it's just making me stand out again that I am verified and I know what I'm talking about. Brilliant. I hope that helped. I hope that's answered your question. I've had a lovely question here from Tanya. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your question. What are the things that have changed on your profile over the years? Well, I've just answered that. The verification one is a really, really good example. That's changed. There's 2 other things that have changed recently. Now, on your profile, right below your picture, there is a button and it's a custom URL. And this is actually one of my favourite bits. You can edit this. So if you go and find me on LinkedIn, Holly Langley, you can see that I have a button and it says, check me out on YouTube, I think it says. Now, for me, obviously YouTube is an amazing tool and I can share, just like I am now, my knowledge and expertise. So I would like my LinkedIn users to head to my YouTube channel. But other people who I've seen and say, book a demo call with me, visit my website, download my pricing. There's loads of options for you to have a custom URL you can have whatever text you want. That is one of my favourite features that LinkedIn have released over the last couple of years. And for me, it's a game changer because it really helps you point your users in the right direction. So that's another one. Now, my all-time favourite LinkedIn change in the recent years is the top voice badge. And actually, I'm going to link this into another question from someone else we've had, which is all about how do you become a top voice? So I'm going to answer these 2 in one. So before, there was no way of necessarily standing out on LinkedIn and really showcasing your skills because the skills and endorsements were right at the bottom of the page. So what we've done and what LinkedIn has done is you now have an opportunity to get a top voice badge. I am a top voice in sales operations. So what you have to do is you have to go onto something called the LinkedIn collaborative articles. If you want more tips on this, I've got a long form content. There's a step-by-step guide on everything. And what you do is you comment on these articles. It's the AI based articles, but you go in as somebody and you share your knowledge. So for example, one of the questions might be, how do I motivate or engage my sales operations team? Then we come in with our knowledge and we'll go, okay, so we can do incentives. We need to do good learning and development. We need to do progression plans. We need to have catch-ups. And of course, communication is key. Expand on that. The AI is going to then start to see that you really know what we're talking about, right? And after a few comments on those articles, over a few weeks, your badge appears. You can get badges in loads of different things. It's absolutely been a game changer for me. I now get more engagement on my posts than ever before. I get more people connecting with me than ever before. I actually, top secret, had someone approach me about a job off the back of the badge. They said, we're looking for a sales operations manager. I can see you've got this badge. Are you interested in interviewing? Sadly, I'd actually just set up my own company and it wasn't quite the right time, but it was really an honour to be acknowledged for that. So there's so many opportunities that come with getting that badge. So please do give that a go as well. So Tanya, I hope that answers your question. So the biggest changes I've seen is becoming verified, getting the custom URL to wherever you need it to be, and then becoming a LinkedIn top voice. They are the three biggest changes I've seen in the last few years on LinkedIn, and I've no doubt there's a lot more to come. So I'll keep you posted over the coming weeks and months with any other changes that LinkedIn has. So another question that we've had, and I think this is another brilliant one. How can I use LinkedIn to network effectively? Wow. I'm going to recap on everything that I've just said in a weird way. Posting, top voice badge, verification, making sure you point your users to the right place. But on LinkedIn, the way you can network effectively is by building your community. Your LinkedIn and your platform is your own personal community. There are no two communities that are the same. We all see different posts. We have different comments. We have different people in our networks. It's all different. And that is so much value in that. LinkedIn for me is probably my most valuable asset. It's actually where I win a lot of my clients because I'm doing all of this stuff day in, day out. So to network effectively, there's two things you need to do. One, connect with the right people. How you do this is up to you. The recommendation is you connect with 10 to 20 people per day that are in your niche. So for example, I'm in the recruitment industry. My target audience is recruitment agency leaders. So every day I connect with 10 to 20 recruitment agency leaders. That means that over about a year, I'm going to have over 7,000 connections sent out to recruitment leaders, my target audience. They're probably not all going to connect with me, and that's absolutely fine. But most of them will, or some of them will, and that's going to really build out of my connection. If you're a job seeker right now, connect with people in the companies you want to work for. If you want to go and work at Asda, connect with the hiring managers at Asda, in the HR department, the talent acquisition department. Are there recruiters who you know that work with Asda that might be able to help you get into those roles? So build out with the connections with the people that you are trying to target for your personal growth and as an individual. And you may not need to connect with anybody at the moment. You may be happy bimbling along in your job, which is absolutely fine. But if you ever need a job change, that community and that connection will be a real asset. So no matter where you are in your career journey, I really recommend dedicating time every day or at least once a week to connect with those people. So that is step one in networking effectively on LinkedIn. Step two, it's about the engagement and the commenting. So LinkedIn, if you go on that feed, there's post. And there are people on there who are getting thousands of comments a day. And how have they achieved that? So one of the things that I highly recommend you do is to get engagement on your posts, which is what we want, you need to engage with others. So my recommendation is when you see someone's post that you want to comment on, comment with a statement, then ask a question. They are then going to engage with you. Hopefully they'll answer your question back. And that process will repeat and repeat and repeat. Now, the more times you have that, the more people are seeing your profile and vice versa. And then I find that my engagement on my posts blows up. I should do this more often. I'll put my hands up. This is really time consuming if you don't do it properly. But 10 minutes every day to sit there and comment on other people's posts. Last summer, I spent a week and I elevated it massively. And I spent an hour every day commenting on people's posts. That week, my LinkedIn content I can't remember what the number was, but it blew up. So you don't have to do an hour a day, 10 minutes, valuable comments on other people's posts. Make sure you reply to every comment that is on your posts, and you're really going to get that engagement through. You're going to really reach a much wider network within LinkedIn, and that is how you can network effectively on LinkedIn. So to recap, how to network effectively, connect with the right people, that's number one. And then number two, comment on people's posts, and then they will start commenting back, and where you can, ask a question. So there's lots there, but keep it going. So to recap, we've spoken a lot about posts so far, and it's really important to get up that valuable stuff. And again, like if you're not posting valuable content, people aren't going to post back. So keep it going. So the final topic that we've had come in is all about newsletters. Now, here's a great question. So someone is saying, people keep asking me to sign up to newsletters. Should I do one? Great question. So here is the best thing about a LinkedIn newsletter that amazingly no one talks about until now, apparently. So with a LinkedIn newsletter, when you post a newsletter, people get notified about it. Okay. Now, they don't necessarily always get notified when you post. So I do a post, people see it. But when I do my newsletter, that's now got about 1.2 thousand subscribers, everybody gets notified. Amazing. So every week, I think I get about 50 new subscribers to my newsletter, and it's really, really good. So if you want to add more and more value, like we've just already discussed, to your network, newsletters are a really good way to do this. What I do, and I'm going to be completely transparent, is I just expand the posts I write more. I also make a lot of YouTube videos, as you can probably guess, and I share those in my LinkedIn newsletters. A lot of the content I make on YouTube is around LinkedIn and recruitment, and my target market are on LinkedIn. So I get my YouTube videos, I then put them in the newsletter, I talk about it in a blog format in the newsletter, post it on LinkedIn, and they do really, really well. And once again, it's just showcasing my community, my network, LinkedIn in general, that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to my chosen subject matter, which is sort of recruitment technology, LinkedIn, all lots of things like that. So if you're thinking about doing a newsletter, I highly recommend giving it a go. And if you can keep it in LinkedIn, like even better. There's so much you can do with it. I think this is a really valuable thing that LinkedIn have got on their platform, and I really hope they continue to develop that even further in the coming weeks and months, because I think it's really great for everybody to share what it is they do and sort of support the wider LinkedIn network, which is what we all want. Anyway, I think we'll call it a day for today. I hope you found this Q&A session really useful. Thank you to everybody who has asked me questions in the chat and on the community post I did earlier on. I love sharing my LinkedIn advice with you all. If you check out my YouTube channel, Time to Restack, or search Holly Langley, there's a whole load of content on there all about elevating your profile, getting 10x results, and maximizing your engagement so you can have a really sustainable LinkedIn profile that is winning you new clients day in, day out. So the 3 takeaways from today's video that I want you to remember: posting valuable content, make sure your profile is good, and really harness the power of your network to do all of this. I hope you found this useful. I have no doubt I'll be back again very soon for another LinkedIn Q&A session. And if you have any questions in the meantime, drop them in the comments below, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.